When the same guys behind Chevrolet and Volvo in the Philippine market took over MG, our main question was, well, why? The answer came in the form of sales. In their first year alone, MG jumped right into the top 10 in the Philippine market, and much of that was driven by the attractively priced MG ZS crossover. This one is the MG HS, the bigger version. Let's see what this one has to offer. In terms of size, this is more similar to something like a RAV4 or a CRV. Well, the CRV got a little bit bigger, or even the X-Trail. So it's trying to go for that kind of market, a more traditional compact crossover. But while those models are now much higher in terms of price, MG is offering the HS in a price we can definitely get along with. But more on that later. With the HS, the devil is really in the details. I mean, look at the headlamps with the LEDs and the sequential LEDs for the turn indicators. The front grille with the large chrome lip, along with the stardust pattern, that's very unique to them. With the bigger MG logo in front, it's very proud. But what you will really appreciate here is the color and how it all blends together, because with the black, the silver, the chrome, and this shade of red, like, wow, it really does pop. The more you look at the MG HS, the more you spot these details, like the 18-inch wheels with the Michelin tires, the nicer side mirrors, the black cladding with the silver trim or the chrome trim on the doors, and even the silver roof rails. But the execution that MG went for in this one is quite muted, which actually we like because it gives the body a nice contrast without standing out too much. One thing unique here though is the way the doors actually open, because the whole door all the way down to the floor opens up. It promotes you not putting your feet or your shoes on the running boards, keeps them cleaner for a nicer touch. And also from that angle you can spot the sports seats up in front, but we'll get to that later. Let's check out the back. The back of the MG HS actually looks really neat. I mean, with the taillights, the LEDs, the color, and the badge, it all looks good. But the real thing here is the cargo area, because once you open that, I think this is one of the best cargo areas in the compact crossover class. For one, your tonneau cover, it's really smooth. We've never really seen that in this category. The cargo area is a bit high. The cargo floor is a bit high, but you do have a compartment here in the underneath this, and then also the compartment for the space saver spare tire. In terms of dimensions, here we've got one of our camera cases here, but when you put that aside, it's about 34 inches deep to the back of the rear seats, and also 40 inches wide for this board only. It goes a little bit wider if you want to get more stuff in there. But the real advantage here is when you fold down the rear seats, because as you can see, it does fold flat. But the real unique thing here is that it locks in. You just don't see that in this category. And it's really nifty to be able to put all that to use with the MG HS. Oh, by the way, motorized tailgate, and you can adjust the angle as you so wish. That's going to be a very big advantage in the class. If you like the exterior of the HS, well, prepare to be blown away with the interior, because instead of going British, they went Italian. Because with the steering wheel, the buttons, particularly this Super Sport button right there, the touch points, the leather, the stitching, the trophy badge there, they were taking inspiration from Italian sports cars, and that's a good thing. They applied it into a compact crossover. We know a lot of customers will appreciate that, especially these really comfortable, sporty bucket seats. The more you look around, the more you'll find things that you like, particularly the main screen here. It's 10 inches. It controls a lot of the functions of the vehicle, like of course the radio. It has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It controls your climate system through there. A lot of that is all centralized in that system. So get used to it if you do drive an MG HS. Your driver display screen, the instrument cluster, it's a full screen. It's not a combination analog and then digital screen. It's full digital, speedometer on the left, tachometer on the right, and the tachometer on the right goes that way, similar to a lot of other French cars we've driven. It's very unique. Steering wheel, it's a D-cut, lined in leather. It's got buttons here, and then of course a Super Sport button we mentioned before. But something unique here is the round AC vents on the wings of the dashboard. It just gives it a nice feel overall. It makes you feel like you're driving something more premium. Here in the middle, there are a lot of things that you'll actually like. The cabin air filter, it has one. It's built into the center armrest. There are also 2 AC vents for the rear passengers, which by the way, they have a lot of legroom there in the back, along with a center armrest, which is really nice. There are 2 USB charging ports here. Now down here in the middle, you've got dual cup holders and a pocket for your phone, which is good. Now, this is the key. And the interesting bit about the MG HS key is that the trim here actually matches the color of your vehicle. So if you ordered a red car, you get red trim. If you ordered a white car, you get white trim. Pretty cool. Here in the center, of course, near the shifter, electronic parking brake, auto brake hold, useful in traffic. Of course, it's not activating right now. Downhill assist control, which is always good. You have the mode here, your power lift gate control as well, but hazard button here. But the mode button right there, that's pretty nifty because you can cycle through the different settings, eco, normal, sport, and when you go to custom, you can adjust all of those features individually, from your transmission to your power steering, your AC system, and even the volume control. When you're going faster, the audio system gets a little bit louder. Now, for the transmission, you have your PRND, right? And then sport to the right. You push to shift up, pull to shift down. Again, we wish it was the other way around, but that's what most manufacturers are going for. But if you want something sportier, well, you can go a bit more F1 with the paddle shifters. Shift up on the right and shift down on the left. Right up here, you have your visors, both of which have mirrors and lights. So you can do your touch-up while you're parked, of course. Don't be unsafe. Here is your frameless rear view mirror, which is something you don't normally get in this class, which is always a nice touch. It gives it that more premium feel, like frameless glasses, that kind of thing. Sunglass holder here, lights, the usual stuff, but the one we really like, panoramic glass roof. Oh, and it opens all the way. So if you want a bit of fresh air, hopefully it doesn't rain, well, you can in the MG HS. Powering the MG HS Trophy is a 1.5 liter turbo gasoline engine. You look in front, turbo's right there. But what's unique here is that this is a 4-cylinder engine, not a 3-cylinder. So when you power it up, it's not going to be shaking all over the place that they have to manage it to make the car more comfortable. This is going to be more comfortable right from the start. In terms of power, it has 169 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. It's purely front-wheel drive, and it has a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that they call TST. If you played Initial D at the arcades back in the day, that TST will sound very familiar. But wait, there's more. There's a lot to talk about with the engine bay of the MG HS because the details here are actually very significant. You see a lot of SAIC motor parts because MG is owned by SAIC, but you see things like a very high-mounted electronic control unit for the engine, which is always a good thing. The air filter is up here, but the piping goes down here and then up to here. We don't want to open that up, but we can assure you it's there. Of course, mentioned the turbo, but it's the details with the panels here. They put a lot of effort into it. This matches the color of the body perfectly. It actually looks polished and waxed, which is always a good thing. But what we appreciate here is that this will give the vehicle more torsional rigidity, more rigidity when you're cornering. That is always a good thing. Even the hood has this installation along with dampers. MG, good job with the engine bay of this. the HS is indeed a very promising vehicle from MG. We know a lot of customers will appreciate the features, the look, and of course the 1-year free PMS that this model comes with. Now though, we come to the price. Actually, the price is not even final yet. They haven't told us what the exact SRPs of this model is at the time of filming. We only know that it's going to cost around 1.2 to around 1.3 million. By the time you see this, hopefully we have the price and it's going to be right here. Or is it up there? You know what? I'm not sure. Just let us know if the pricing of this is going to be a big hit in our market. Let us know in the comments below. This is Vince of Auto Industriya. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, tap that like button. If you don't like it, well, tap that dislike button twice if you really want to. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on the usual socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Yes, TikTok.